Hi, Samantha. How you doing? This looks fantastic. The cover letter it reads very well, formatted beautifully. Really outstanding work here. The letterhead itself, I think, is fabulous. I really think it's going to end up being so versatile for you. Um, did you try the logo over here in this corner? Try it. I think, the only reason I suggest that is because typically we start reading right here. And we're so used to starting at this point of the page. My theory is, hey, let's exploit that and put the logo right there so we can kind of drill it in immediately and keep on reinforcing it. This will give you a great opportunity to use, when you go into freelance or if you do freelance work, you can use your letterhead for your invoices, for your purchase orders, for any number of different applications. And so that's why I think it's so well designed. Good job. Resume looks fabulous. As far as your resume and your cover letter go, just, these are great. I really think these are great. But what I want you to do is just keep on studying, do's and don'ts in resume, cover letter presentation as well as resume presentation. There's a lot of different theories and differing opinions about what works the best and what doesn't. So, my theory is let's get this down on paper. Let's get it in a nice, good, versatile format. And then once you get it down, you can start thinking about alternative layouts and presentations. So this is fabulous. Great job. All right. The first page, what I would do is this. You get to the first page of your portfolio. I think this is too large. Samantha Lynn, I think, should be about like that. That's it. You print this page out, you're going to go, wow, that's enormous. And do it. Try it. Make sure you use your black ink, though, so don't waste your color ink. And you'll go, wow, that's huge. So I think, even starting in the same place, but just about that big. Okay. And so Samantha Lynn, then next page is blank. Okay. A blank page. And I think a really good idea on that next blank page is, instead of starting right in with your portfolio, start with a quote, okay? My portfolio starts with a quote. It's just right here on the second page. It's a Jimi Hendrix quote, one of my favorite quotes. How does it go? When the world, oh gosh, I can't remember how it goes. But anyways, when the power of love exceeds the love of power, the world will know peace. Yes, and that was my quote, and it's just one of my favorite quotes, and I have it in script, and then I have it Jimi Hendrix. Okay, it's just just a little introduction to just a little quote, and mine isn't really design related, but if you have a favorite quote design related, feel free to do it. So it's just kind of a little introduction. Okay, so then the next page you start with your work. That would be this. And the one thing I'm seeing is you're using really, really good page mechanics. I think we can improve on your page mechanics, and let me explain how. Right now, when we go from page to page, the viewer is doing this. The viewer is used to looking right here. Okay, so the first page, your explanation is right here. So the second page, okay, you make the viewer jump right over here. Okay, and then the third page, they jump back over here. And then they jump back over here. So let's do this. Let's make each one of these pages consistent so that just anchor the type in the same spot on every page. So that way you're developing a cadence. That the viewer's going to know exactly where to look for the description on each page, and it will help the timing and the cadence of the presentation. I think that right now you got a whole 2 inches down here at the bottom of the page that isn't being used. What I would do is I would take this area right here and use that for your type. Okay. Right now, I don't like this because we're at the bottom of this. If we go along, take the eye, take the horizontal line, follow it, and it's just right on top. The imaginary line is right on top of your branding. So that, I think, is interfering a little bit. We can see that in a couple of different places. Yeah, that's coming awful close to your type. This, let me see, there was a couple others. Well, you get the idea. You get the idea. So anyways, that's my suggestion, is to take your type, put it down there, start your playing area like that. Okay. Keep it consistent on every page. put your grid within that playing area. There's a few areas here where, like this right here, is inconsistent grid. Okay, you've got one module here, but the intersection is cutting this right in half. Not in half, but it's just intersecting right in a weird place. So technically that should be pulled up here. The bottom of this should be pulled up here to meet with that grid line. Okay, and then this would meet there. Okay, so that would be here. The magazine would be here. And then this little dog picture would be right here. Okay, let me show you some examples. Okay, 3x3 grid, right? Okay, but you can see in the 3x3 grid right here, this would be one image, whole image here, another image here. These two are blank. Another option would be a whole image here, and these two, separate image here, separate image down here, and so on and so forth. Span to 3 columns here, and then 3 separate columns here. See what I'm saying? And you'll get a really, really nice flow, and that's what I think I want you to concentrate on for the final presentation. Other than that, I mean, that's my only comment. I think the work is fabulous. There's a couple of other things I think I'd like you to think about. One would be, okay, for example, if you take a look at where your work lands on the page and where the eye logically follows things, okay? So I'm going to Command R this, bring some guides out. And I'll pull a guide down here at the top of that. And we can see that the top of that corner doesn't align with the top of that corner. I would pull that image up a little bit so that corner right there aligns with, with that corner right there of the two pieces, okay? And we can see that in a couple other places too. I draw a guide right down here, and we can see that which should be aligned right there within that image. So do you see what I'm saying? The corner of that, you can reduce that a little bit, and so that it's like this. So the corner falls right there in alignment with that guy right there. Okay, and other than that, I think you're there. You're there. I think that just the only other thing that you need to do, that's fabulous. Good job. The only other thing is just, okay, here's another area where that grid is broken. Okay, so you see you've got this one right here, and then this leaves an uneven rectangle right here. Do you see what I'm saying? So this should be split in thirds, I would think, so that you would have one here, and then your blank area would be there. Okay, that would even out that grid instead of having that kind of like uneven area down there. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, so, and then excellent job on the rest of the presentation is fantastic. And I think that's the only thing I have. And you've done a fabulous job, and you are just about there. So we tighten up those little tiny things there, and we're in. All right, fabulous job. Thanks so much, Sam. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to give me a holler. Okay, thank you.